perfect timing. Musashi, hop in.
Man, since we skipped the week of podcast, we're doubling up our alcohol percentage.
God damn.
My wig.
Oh God. I don't even want to look at alcohol after this weekend. You're fucking. Oh my God.
Yeah. Weddings, do's and don'ts.
All I heard was that it just progressively got worse and worse.
You want to know how I knew you were faded? The way they were walking you in your snaps. Because I've seen people walk like that at weddings. I'm like, oh, she's fucked up.
Damn, y'all put this on. What's good? What's poppin'?
Okay.
Brand new whip just happened.
Wait, should we pour the drink?
The drink.
I do not want any drink. I'll pretend to drink.
You gonna be the sober Sally?
Hell yeah, dude.
Pero on Saturday at Kings River Winery.
Week of podcast, we double up our percentage to the Asian Four Locos 14% today.
They're
Asian
14%?
Actually, I think they're like 12 or 13, but
He said Asian Four Locos.
Oh my God.
yeah, that's what these are like known for from a lot of people.
Hey, oh, Alden.
They remind me of Coachella. Naomi,
Probably
are you
not.
getting pineapple?
Girl,
I'm
you want me
just
to
kidding.
die?
I would get peach.
Can I get pomegranate?
I'll get some pomegranate.
I feel like I am the one struggling to put this on now.
Jesus, I'm scared.
Cruz, you want pineapple or yellow? Whatever the hell yellow is.
Hey, he's already wearing yellow, man. Just give me yellow.
Actually, pineapple.
Pineapple? Are we just drinking it straight?
Yeah.
Is that what we're doing?
Alright.
I forgot the mix, man.
When the night.
There's some hoes
Yes,
in this
come.
house. There's some
I don't even know what I
hoes in
look
this
like,
house.
but yeah.
crazy
Let me
or what?
Yeah.
let me get my. Oh yeah, you're
that.
supposed to shake this shit.
You didn't say that!
Well,
My bad, my
Just gonna-
bad.
there goes.
Y'all.
Dude,
Damn,
watch
I already
me
feel
get hella
warm.
drunk on the podcast. I'm gonna take my wig off.
My grandma does that. No,
My
just
grandma
kidding.
does that when she's drunk.
She takes her teeth out.
This is actually
Hey,
really good.
Okay, so I want to go pick up something off OfferUp,
Mhm.
and I thought there was this lady waiting outside. And I was like, "Are you the one on Facebook?" She was like, "I don't know if she heard what I said, but she just got in my car." And I was like, "Oh wait, I'm not an Uber." They were just hella dying.
I've been there.
Damn, that's scary.
You know, Musashi, my mom, because like my family watches our podcast, they asked why you always wear sunglasses, and I'm like, oh, it's because most of the time he's hungover.
Oh, okay.
Not lying.
I'm
not wrong.
I'm not hungover like that, but.
The last one you were.
We've shot 4 podcasts. I think 2 of them.
Yeah.
50%.
Anyways, let's get this podcast started in 3, 2, 1. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is the 5% podcast. I'd like to make a quick announcement. I got our podcast onto Apple Podcasts and onto Spotify. So those people that are watching on YouTube, and you guys could listen on the car ride, like while you're driving now, without having to have YouTube open. And I like to say that the first 4 podcasts we had is like the pre-log. Is that how you call it?
Practice run.
Yeah, like a
Yeah,
practice run
yeah.
for everyone to
Pilot.
have the hosting, and then just for them to get the feel for it, just in case like they want to host it at one point. But I like to say this will be the chapter 1. I'll be taking over most of the host. I'll probably have Cruz help me out once in a while.
Yee.
Other than that, I like to say let's just start it on this podcast, the actual run.
All right, so what are we talking about today, Musashi? Tell me. I know you got some
Um,
questions from our viewers. So shout out to everybody who
Yeah.
responded.
Honestly, everyone that like actually throws in questions on our like Snapchat stories, or not Snapchat, but like Instagram
Yeah.
stories, pretty lit. I've seen a couple that I really liked, honestly.
I was thinking of starting off with like the harsh summer experience, but in my view, I don't really have much of a story to talk about unless Sabrina does. But
That's a damn lie. I heard you got some cars
Okay.
towed.
Oh,
I heard you don't
my
have day
God.
3.
Alcohol
I'm here
got
for these
stolen.
stories. I'm here for
I wanna hear it.
we'll make this harsh summer story talks a little short. But yeah, day 3, we parked in Target parking lot, which like 1,000 other cars were parked, but we parked there because day 2 we parked there and it was fine. But day 3 we parked there. Mind you, we parked right next to a handicap, so that's probably one of the reasons too. But we're a party van, so we come out of the van, parked. We come out of the van, shotgunning like in front of securities and all kinds
God.
of.
They knew.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
knew. They were
practically
plotting.
asking for
Yeah.
it.
They were plotting
But
on
yeah,
you guys.
anyways, we proceeded to day 3. I don't remember anything in day 3 because I drank too much. But yeah,
It was a vibe. Musashi was coming up to each and every one of us, and like it was like there's that vibe time where everyone's like getting the feel of the music, and Musashi's there going, "Hey!" to all of us.
Why do I like? Why can I can imagine.
I
the
know
you
that
just
version of
did.
Musashi.
I'm very happy that I was functioning when I was blacked out instead of like dying and passed out. But I'm
Nice.
very happy. From what I heard, I was very functional. They didn't even think I was blacked out, but I was blacked out.
You could tell.
I didn't even know we took. I didn't even know I had a solo picture on my friend's phone. So
Oh,
There
there's
you go.
that.
Wow.
Got the fit pic.
He got it.
Yeah, and
So-
then
yeah.
blacked out me was recording, so I was
Oh.
enjoying like before I was going to bed, I was watching the videos, so I
Oh,
feel like
you
I
gotta
was
live
there.
it. That's
Yeah, but yeah, we got towed. But before we got to Target, we stopped at Walmart because we planned on doing an after party. So we spent like $200-300 on alcohol. Van got towed. We got the van back. Next thing you know, all the alcohol is stolen from the whoever towed us.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
Can't you say something about that or no?
I mean, at this point, there's a Cayman X, so there was that. But I don't know. At this point, we're just like, we just
Wow.
take the L because we already took the L.
So
Took
what?
the
So
L.
what, so what was the moral of the story there? Like, what'd you
Oh
learn?
yeah, more of the story. Pay $20-30 for parking if you go to festivals.
Or just go
Um,
early and get it for free. We went all 3 days, left like at 4. No, we would leave at like 3, and we parked on a street that's literally one street over from the NAS Center. Free parking every day because it wasn't even that early. We just got good timing.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You guys went out there in the heat at that hour?
Yeah, girl.
Let me tell you this.
Yeah.
Out of all the hot summers I went, this was not the hottest one at all.
Really?
I really enjoyed. Like, it was.
I thought it would be really hot that weekend.
I was not.
It was rough. I had a spray bottle with a fan, and throughout the day, I was just almost everybody in our group had like spray bottles, so we were all just like taking care of each other. It
Oh, maybe
was
that's why.
Freaking hot.
Maybe that's why. But if I were to rate this hot summer, I'll rate it as my second best one because my first best one, it was 2018. Remember
Oh my
that whole
gosh,
lineup?
not
That whole
hard summer.
lineup itself is like.
That was insane.
You guys need to. If it needs to top that, it needs to be top higher than that because we watched Excision back to back Nightmare and they brought out
Dude,
Slander.
The benches.
We saw, yeah, the benches came
The
out.
benches,
Keizo.com,
dude, it was
okay, and who was the other one? Oh, Yotron.
Dude, I love Yoltron.
And
No,
then that year was Kid Cudi too.
that was also
That's
like the
sick.
first time we got like the first ever DJ Snake back-to-back Mala set.
I'm not a big
I
fan
heard
of
that
that.
wasn't a good set.
It was a pretty good set.
It's
Like
'cause it's house.
Well, yeah. I remember that year I was trying to get into the tent, but it was so like backed up. Like there were so many people that were already there.
Yeah.
So I mean, I hate to say it this way, but because we weren't able to see them, I just ended up going to go watch Kid Cudi instead.
Ah.
Yeah, we went to
Yeah.
go see Uzi. What is
Yep.
that, day 2?
Day 2. That was
Yeah.
that was one of the best sets I've seen. I really.
No. Well, okay.
Where you guys were at because I
We-
left. I knew what was gonna
we
happen. So I left.
left. So we initially lost like our group. So me and Lethal left our group because we were at like the pink tent, which is like techno house, whatever the hell that was, and it just kind of got boring after a while. You know, we're bass heads, so we just needed more. We left, took a break, and when we went back, our group was gone. So we were like, ah, fuck it. You know, we'll spend the rest of the day like just roaming. And we ended up bumping into another member of the group that was like looking for the group. So we were like, all right, we'll stick together. And we hopped like 5 different stages trying to find the group.
No way.
And I think at the last one, it was Alice in Wonderland right before Lil Uzi. He was like, all right, let's go to the front. Boom, we see the flag. So that's our luck.
You guys,
We find
we found
him.
everybody.
Mind you,
We're
this I
literally-
wasn't even by the flag. The flag found me for some reason.
Oh
So
my
it was-
God.
yeah.
We
Excuse
like
me.
we made our way to the front, like towards like I don't know if you guys saw our videos. We had a really good spot towards like where the stage was, and there was like about an hour gap before Uzi started getting crowded, and it was to the point where people were trying to crowd our group. Like we were in the back and the rest of our group was in front of us. So I had my elbows out. I was like shoving people. I'm like, you're not getting through me. Then his set started. The mosh pits were right behind us. And, like, it
Yikes.
was, like, these big grown-ass men. The, like, 4-foot girls that are, like, trying to mosh. So I was, like, elbowing people off. So was Letho. So was Surge V. Like, everyone that was in the back was basically handling the mosh pits away from the group. And I got tired of it. You know, like, if I'm trying to watch a set, for one, I'm not an Uzi fan. I don't listen to his music. I'm kind of just there for the
That's
set.
not you then. That's not
No,
you.
no, no.
That's what Uzi
She's
said.
She's like, I'm
It's
there
not-
for the clout, just
No.
to say I saw
That's what
him.
you get, man. You
Lethal
good about
listens
it.
to Uzi, and so did the group. Like, if I wanted to, like, be with the group, it made sense, because I didn't care to see
Dude,
anyone else
it
at
like
the same
sucks
time.
when you want to see like different performers that are
Yeah.
like at the same exact set time as like your friends wanting to see that person.
Yeah.
Because then once you separate from the group, it's like I'll see you at the car at the end of the
Yeah.
Like,
Low
the
key
end of the
though,
day.
like if you want to see somebody, go see them. Like I
There
feel
was no
like,
one else at that time, though. That's the thing. That's why I didn't
okay.
care, because, like,
Uh.
there wasn't anyone at that time that I cared to see, so I was like, oh, fuck it. Like, we'll see Uzi.
Uzi, yeah.
And it was, like, the set itself was so cool. Like, he was fun. It's the people around that made it crappy. Like, the experience itself was, like, shitty because I'm, like, elbowing people off of me.
Yeah,
I
so
know it.
after Alice in Wonderland, me
Yeah.
and my boys, we left and went to our usual spot for like the
Fireworks.
closers and stuff, all the way on the left side in the front.
Oh.
Yeah, because I knew that was gonna happen because I had that Coachella experience where we were just getting not a good experience
yeah.
in the
Yeah.
crowd. So I left. You know, I was like, okay,
Yeah.
we'll go over this. I think we went to see a set. I forgot who we went to see, but we're just headbanging for a bit, and then we went to go see Uzi.
Mm-hmm.
And
Did
Lil
any-
Uzi, no, it was
wait.
really lit.
Did anybody watch Sudden Death back to back with Murata?
He was cool.
That was day 3, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. See,
he
I was blacked.
closer.
I literally blacked out the
So
whole
I probably
festival.
did.
Dude, I wanted to buy a ticket so bad for day 3. I was literally contemplating it, and I was talking about it with a friend. I was like, dude, let's go. And then I thought to myself, I was like, okay, I have to figure it out because I work Sundays at my job. So I was thinking, I was like, I'm either going to pay somebody to like extra, like maybe like $50 just to work like a double. So that way I'm able to go and then come back for my morning shift the following day.
Jesus, that's a
Yeah.
mission.
Whoa.
It was a good set. I have to say, it was a good set. And like, I don't know if you remember Beyond, like years ago, that set where we saw Dr. Fresh, where you go down.
Oh,
and there's
yeah.
Like, well, that's where it was. That's where his stage was.
Mhm.
And it's like a race.
It's super
What's
open.
like race car? Like
It's a racetrack.
There we go.
raceway.
The
Yeah,
Speedway?
yeah. It's a speedway. There we go. So it had stadium seats. So we sat like on those away from the crowd, but we had such a good place to where like all the lasers are hitting us. We can see the entire stage. Like it was insane.
It's
It was
pretty much
cool.
Cosmic Meadow from EDC.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
It was cool. It's a good set.
Wow.
Very cool.
Very jealous. Very jealous,
I
actually.
know. So what's your guys' next one? Are you guys going to another festival after that, or? What's
Yeah.
Let's do Escape.
Dude,
No.
That escape line was pretty
yeah,
cool.
to be
I want
honest,
to do Escape.
my friend bought me a Escape ticket when I kind of did not want to go to, but now I'm going to Escape. So if you
Escape
guys
has a
want, if
good
you guys want to
lineup.
buy a tickets for Escape, we could all go together.
Looks
But
like we're going to Escape.
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
I'll be at Nocturnal because it's in Glen Helen, and I kind of like the lineup. I get to see Rehab again.
Hmm.
Ooh, that sounds cool.
Dang, I haven't even.
You seen Rehab?
Yeah.
You seen the Afrojack back-to-back Rehab? They haven't played together for 10 years.
It's been a
that time.
while.
Wait,
But
when's
Escape-
29th, 30th, or what is it?
Escape,
it's
yeah.
the 28th and the 29th.
But Escape has a lineup of Alesso and Martin Garrix. They're coming to the West Coast for once.
Alesso.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, they're
You
coming.
watch Alesso?
You realize how old I
Why'd
am,
you
right?
say it like that?
I don't know. It's really
Yeah.
simpy.
No, what?
Alesso?
No.
I ain't gonna
That's how
take
you-
this
that's
for
how
the
you know
person.
she's
That
like
10
a-
is like
she's
Weenie
like a
Hut
baby
Junior.
raver.
Oh, that's how you.
I ain't gonna take
know.
this for the person that's complaining about mosh pitting at a little Uzi set.
Oh my
I don't know.
If you like that.
We would have been moshing.
But anyways, I think
Yeah.
that will conclude for our hard summer experience because.
Hashtag throw Naomi in the pit.
If you're gonna be dumb, you gotta be tough.
But yeah, since I'm back being a host, I would like to I like to play a personality game with these actually I want to do a personality test since we all
I don't like these.
Yeah.
since
I'm scared.
for everyone to get to know us, we're gonna do a test.
Gryffindor. That's the Harry Potter test.
We'll do our test, get to know what our 5 like top traits are, see what the orders are. But yeah,
Cool.
I'd like to get that started. I brought some papers and pens.
Oh, nice.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't study.
I didn't know we were gonna have a quiz
Hey,
today.
man.
Yeah, it's called the Big 5 personality test.
I get it. School starts next week, but you didn't have to start this.
Ooh.
I
Back
thought it
to
was going to be the
school?
rice purity test again.
No, I figured you guys didn't. I want to do that with you guys one time, but
Damn, there's statistics and everything on here.
Yeah.
Oh, was that to like cover
Jesus.
up?
Oh, is it 2 papers or is it like?
Oh, it's a whole package.
yeah, it's a whole package. It's 3
Oh.
pages.
Oh.
You guys see that? Like, there is literally a graph
Yeah.
on there.
Okay, I'm not gonna be the one to say it, but the soju, I can't do this.
Why? It's,
It's so
good.
You're
Strong.
strong, bro.
The,
You better chug it.
the pomegranate one's good.
She talks like this because she doesn't drive, so she doesn't have to
Yeah,
worry
she
about
doesn't
driving.
Why am I
Yeah.
being attacked today? Damn.
That tastes like church wine. Like we were drinking it like this. Am I the life of a party? Damn straight.
Have a rich vocabulary. No.
Have difficulty understanding abstract ideas.
Musashi's going to put a 1 on number 7.
Dude, you guys are fast. I'm on 5. Have rich, but Cruz, you better put a 5 on that.
What?
On 5.
Oh, you know I have a great. My vernacular is pretty great. If you guys
Vernacular? Is that an actual word?
make sure you mark 1. Oh, 12 insult people. 5.
Don't talk a lot.
You better put a 1 on that one.
Cruz, you better put a 5 on number
Wait,
12.
wait, I'm a 1 on that when I go out?
That's
little
what I was
bit.
saying, insult people.
Okay, then I'll put a 2. I'll put a
Have a
2.
vivid imagination.
I'm interested in
Before or
people. I'm
after
not
the
interested in
show?
people.
I
For
knew
real.
you were going to put a 1 on that one. I keep putting
In the
3s.
background. That'll probably say a lot
I
about
was like,
your
oh,
sympathize with others' feelings. Seldom feel blue.
keep in the background.
Is that depression?
Have
You
difficulty.
struggle
Damn.
with depression, Cymbalta.
Well, are we chismosos or not chismosos?
Feel comfortable around people.
We started chismeando about somebody else. Like I heard Sabrina's scoring gonna be that good, eh?
Dude, I'm putting some low numbers, not going to lie.
Have excellent ideas, hell yeah. Have little to say, hell nah. Have a soft heart, what heart?
Is it like a bigger number means. Oh wait, yeah, that's.
Hey, no,
that's
you-
what
nah,
I
you
meant.
can't
Gotcha.
cheat.
Yeah, you can't cheat. You
I
got
was just
one by
checking.
one.
You're that person that takes the test multiple times till you get the answer you want.
Dang,
Say,
number 21. It's like if I
fuck
start a
you.
conversation, that means I'm kind of interested in you, you know, or like we haven't caught up in a while.
Spend time reflecting on things. 5.
Don't like to draw attention towards myself. 2.
Chores.
I
done,
love being the
alright.
center of attention.
Change my mood a lot. It depends how much I drink.
I saw Life of the Party. That's the first question. I was like, do I bring up this weekend?
Shit, I don't know. I don't think the life of the party falls asleep in the.
What if I have a negative number?
That means you're
I
really
don't think
bad.
you did it right.
God damn.
Damn, bro, I got some low ass number.
4?
Oh shit!
Did you add the 20?
Don't look at cheat yet.
Did you
yo.
add the 20?
Yeah, I did.
Jesus. God damn, that soju strong.
Dude, didn't we just we said that? You were like, no, it's not. Yeah, I
She
gotta
said it
tell.
got warm.
I
got
feel
warm.
it's like it goes down. I'm like, oh, I'm warm.
I feel like I like disinfected my whole like. Inside.
Any
wa-
trace of COVID or monkeypox just got like erased from my body.
Mine too.
All right, so we all finished our personality test, and this thing's going in my mouth when I talk. But
The wig.
you want to talk down about the 5 traits, Cruz?
Yeah, so pretty much what this test says it does is it measures you in 5 different traits. So it's extroversion, which is the personality trait seeking fulfillment from sources outside of self or in the community. High scores tend to be pretty social and all that stuff. Agreeableness, so it reflects on your individuality, and usually individuals adjust their behavior to suit others. High scores are typically polite and like people. Low scores tend to be like tell people how it is. Consciousness, which is the personality trait of being honest and hardworking. High scores tend to follow rules and prefer clean homes. Low scores may be messy and cheat others. Neuroticism is the personality trait of being emotional. And then the last one is openness to experiences. So it's the personality trait of seeking new experiences and intellectual pursuits. High scores may daydream a lot, and low scores are pretty down to earth. So I think maybe it'll be smart if we like say our highest score and say our lowest score.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your guys' highest score?
My highest score was extroversion and open to experience. I got 31 for both of those.
My highest one was openness to experience. I scored 35 on that. And then my lowest was neuroticism. I scored 6.
Ooh, so my highest was openness to experience. My second highest was extroversion. They were pretty close. And yeah, for saying our lowest, I think my lowest was neuroticism.
Oh, my lowest. I forgot to mention that. Mine was consciousness.
I feel like I did the first one wrong, but okay. My my highest score was openness to experience, which was a 26, and then my lowest one was a extroversion, a number of 4.
I feel like you think you're a lot more introverted than you are. I don't know.
So introvert
Maybe,
is
maybe I'm
social,
no,
right?
so like maybe I'm like more introvert with like the people I don't know, like when I see them, but then like maybe I'm more extrovert with like people I'm like that I know and that know me.
Because everybody that I know knows Musashi somehow, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But then also it says too, it's like while low scores prefer to work on their projects alone.
Oh, I could see that.
Yeah.
That's true.
With
That's true.
this-
I
with
feel
the
like
slight
Musashi's
little
like
help.
very independent at some point.
Yeah.
Behind the scene.
So how do you guys like feel like these reflect on you guys?
What'd you guys do for agreeableness?
19.
Agree.
I got 24.
29.
I got 19.
Oh yeah.
Low
19.
scores tend to tell it like it is.
Tell it like it is.
So for consciousness, I got 23.
That one I got my lowest. I got 19. What does the low score mean? Low score may be messy. Oh.
Yeah, you cheat on others.
I don't cheat.
I mean,
Not cheat on, cheat others.
Oh.
Everything.
I mean, I could see that. I'm really messy. Like, I'm actually really messy. It takes me like a week to be like, all right, it's time to clean.
Yeah, I've never
Yeah.
seen your apartment.
The basket of laundry, that'll stay there for a week. It's not
Yeah.
gonna fold itself.
My laundry's like, I mean, you guys have seen my closet. I have like a ton of clothes. I wait till like my hamper builds up, and then as soon as it's overflowing, then I'm like, all right, I'll start washing it because I have a ton of clothes. So it's like if I don't need what's in the hamper, then I don't care for it.
Dude, I'm like, once I'm down to like, I think maybe like the last 4 pieces of black clothing that I own, then it's kind of like, all right, it's time to do laundry because I do not want to wear any other color other than black.
Yeah, when I'm low on socks, I know it's time.
For narcissist,
Neuroticism.
I'm bad with vocabularies or reading. I got 23.
I got 21.
I got 6.
No heart.
Damn.
We got a 17 on that one.
Before we move on, I think we should just like go down the list of like what our numbers were on these things. Like if there's like a interesting ones you guys want to hear about each other.
Let's start off with number 1. Would you guys score yourself as the life of the party?
I put 4.
I put a 3. I think I've like surpassed that like peak to where I put myself to be the life of the party. I'm kind of just the spectator now.
I feel like I'm 5 because I feel really bad if I walk into a whack party. Yeah, like a party's kind of whack. I always feel bad. I'm like, damn, this is somebody's party, bro, and it's just out here dead. So I feel like, maybe I haven't got to that point yet where I'm like, fuck it. But like, I'm usually like, all right, let's make it litty.
I put myself down for 4.
I can see that.
I mean, I can see it. I mean, after this past weekend.
Yeah. Who
What-
blacks out at 8 p.m. at a wedding?
Who?
Love that.
What did you guys put for number 7?
Well, 7. Am I interested in people?
1.
I put a 3.
I mean, yeah, you're taken, so.
I mean, that's why it
I
makes
put a
sense.
1 just for the fact that like sometimes like people tend to tell me things and I really don't care about them. Like I'm just like, yo, that's cool, but
I just put a 2, just because like, if I am interested in someone, it'll be just one person. But I'm rarely interested in that person.
I feel that. That's real.
I feel like that
Oh,
comes
wait,
up
that's
every
how we were supposed
podcast.
to answer it?
Oh, that's what I thought.
I thought it was just like people in general. Like, just.
I thought people in general. I didn't think of it like in a romantic sense. Like,
Oh, okay. I've put 3 just because I have to talk to people like every day. So I have to make myself seem like I'm like engaged and interested in the conversation. If not, I don't make any money.
I think that's why I put 1 too. I didn't put it in like a romantic aspect. It's just working retail. It's like every conversation's kind of robotic. Like it's mechanic. Everything that
I
I'm
feel
like
customer
saying.
service in general.
Yeah,
Oh,
I just
yeah.
keep that as
You have your
like
little
I
blueprint.
repeat the same conversations over and over again. So I'm like, I tend to like not care for conversations once I'm done. I'm like,
All right, how about
hard.
we do one more before we move on? How do you guys feel about this one? 33. You like order?
Yes.
Like what?
I have
Like
to have
things
a
in
routine.
order?
You mess up my routine,
Yeah,
and
you
I
like structure.
I
You
get
like
so
systems.
So you like your life order?
anything.
For
Like
your day?
anything. Yeah.
I put a 2.
I put a 3.
I put a 3. I like my routine. I think order's important.
Sometimes I wake up like a shit, so yeah.
Nice. All right, so that was that, y'all. I'm pretty sure Musashi will link it below if you guys are watching on YouTube.
take
so-
the personality test and
Take
let
the
us know how
personality
you guys
test.
scored.
See how y'all do. It'll be interesting.
Actually, there's a website right here. Actually, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Cool. So check it out, y'all.
Here, you can take this home and give it to Lito.
My personality
Like,
Like,
test.
babe, look, I don't cheat.
A lot of people ask me this on my Instagram story when I ask for a question. I don't know why, but I was asked, what kind of toothpaste do you use?
Mint.
Toothpaste.
Spearmint.
Yeah, for some reason I was being asked that a lot.
Does anybody use anything but mint?
No,
Well,
I
did,
brand.
yeah, brand.
Oh, Colgate.
Colgate.
Hmm.
What do you
The
use,
Optic
Musashi?
White.
I use a Japanese one.
Oh,
I expect nothing
I
less.
just so I brought back a lot.
Yes.
I brought back like 20 toothpaste from Japan. So
20.
Yes, Musashi. Okay, I don't know about toothpaste. I haven't used that, but the stuff Musashi brought me from Japan, that loofah, my favorite loofah to like this day. I need another one.
What
that
the-
only cost me like $1.50.
Yeah, it's not. You know, how you usually get the loofahs and they're like in balls.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a washcloth, but it had like the loofah texture.
Oh, and then it like takes off like the dead
Yeah,
skin.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
I
yeah.
Dude, that
have
thing
the
hella
same exact
scratches
one.
you.
Yeah, no, hey,
It
but
works, though.
that's what I
Yeah,
need.
but after you break it in, it's cool.
But what do you use now? Toothpaste?
Yeah, the Optic White.
Not yeah. I know you use toothpaste. No, I use the what is it? The 3D white, the crest one.
Mm-hmm.
That's the go on the purple one.
And then along with that, I was asked what my whitening routine was. I really don't do that much whitening routine. I just do my dental whitening twice a year, on December and June.
I want to get my teeth whitened, but I've heard that it like doesn't it like break your enamel, like make it more sensitive?
I mean,
does, but
I mean, it's sensitive because you don't floss. If you floss every day and stuff, it makes your gum and those things like used to it, and it just strengthens it.
But the
Yeah.
enamel's the layer of the tooth, like
Oh.
the thickness of it. It like basically like shaves it down.
I mean, you could change it to once a year, but my
That's how often you do it. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's
it's
true.
chemical.
yeah, I've been asked a lot about my teeth for some reason.
Oh, so you
but-
do get whitened?
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't done it for like 2 years, but
Oh, but still, that's crazy.
yeah, I used like since I was like a little kid, I've been. I
Really?
was-
Oh, that
yeah,
expensive.
maybe
Well,
that's why my
also-
teeth's always white, but
Also,
not
if
that
you
white
wanna
now.
do it
But
like the natural way, you can use charcoal pills.
Oh yeah.
Are
So
you
you know what
serious? I should just
messes
start-
up your teeth? Like hella coffee. Coffee will give you the teeth of a
Yes.
founding father. Like.
Jesus.
dude, I drink coffee
and
every
tea,
day.
That's literally
Oh,
like
yeah.
my biggest problem
Mhm.
all the time.
I drink coffee every day, but like I just down in one gulp though.
Yeah,
'Cause I don't have
that's-
time.
People always say they're like, "Oh, drink it with a straw." If you like are that worried about your teeth, I'm like, "Girl, I need this now. I don't have time to look
Yeah.
for a straw."
I feel that.
Mhm.
Dang.
What's the next question?
Next question. Actually, I just came up with this question. Well, I didn't come up with it. So a couple days ago, like 2 days ago or so, I got a phone call at 4 in the morning, hella random, but it was just and then a question was asked: "What is happiness?"
God damn.
So like the way I answered it was like it had me thinking too. It's kind of weird to be thinking so hard at 4 in the morning, but for me, it's like to be content with something, like to be content with your life, and be happy. But like what my friend said is like happiness isn't always forever. At a certain point, that happiness is gonna go away, and then the bad is gonna catch up. So it's pretty much playing like tag or catch up. So and then that got me thinking it's like the yin and yang. You know, you can't always have the yin.
You can't have the dark without the light.
Yeah. But like. And then I answered back with, so whenever you're feeling some sort of happiness in your life, no matter what, embrace that moment you have and cherish it because that's not going to be forever.
Yeah.
Like, same thing with, like, going with like, relationships. Like, you're happy in a relationship, but, like, you're not always going to be happy. There's always going to be some sort of, like, small things of argument going on. And then that's, like, the bad catching up to, like, the happiness, but you're always working along with it, and that's kind of the way I was thinking.
Yeah, that's great. So, what's your guys' take? What do you guys think happiness is?
I think it's like the same kind of mindset. Like happiness, as like amazing as a feeling as it is, it's kind of a battle. Like every person has like a different source of happiness. Like mine is like the satisfaction of others makes me happy. Like I tend to battle with myself to figure out like whether or not I am happy, like stably, mentally, and all. But I think I gain satisfaction knowing that like I give that feeling to other people, and knowing that like I have that reaction myself. I think from what you said, like enjoy the moment when it's there. I tend to just like wave over it and forget like when I am happy, and I'm a type of person that like looks back and thinks like, damn, I miss like those moments. I miss like when I was happy, because I'm like a really stable person, but it's hard battling like happiness because when I'm stuck in a routine that doesn't make me happy, I look for those moments to where like I could be, if that makes sense.
It's because like you're so happy at a moment, like you're at like, let's say we all go to festivals, so we're at a festival, we're at like a highest point of happiness, and then you go home. The next day happens. I think the worst feeling for me is after a festival is like checking out, because you gotta wake up so damn early, pack. I freaking hate it.
You're like, I'm no longer happy.
And then
in
like
situation.
all the happiness goes
Real
down.
stuff,
It's like damn.
real life.
Yeah.
Dang. What about you, Naomi?
I don't know. I feel like it's like really hard to pinpoint exactly like what my happiness would be, because I am someone who is depressed, and I do have depression. So it is like, it's always a battle of trying to like figure out what point in life you actually do feel comfortable to say like, hey, you know what? I am genuinely happy in this part of my life. Because then in some other moments, like it could be super quick, and I have like those drastic mood changes where it's like, okay, like this was great, but I already know I'm anticipating the bad because I'm going to have some form of relapse when I get into like my episodes. So it's really hard to say like for me like, oh, this makes me happy. Like this is the one thing where it's like in that moment, like this is all I needed, you know?
For me, a big thing I think, because I think that's really true. Like, especially when you're struggling with stuff, because like I know like, what's the word for it? Like I think happiness is what you don't have. And then like it's the kind of the path. Like, have you guys watched the movie Soul, like the Pixar movie?
Yes. Oh, that movie.
So that movie really resonated because it talked about how like happiness aren't things, or like they could be accomplishments, but it's usually not the accomplishment itself. It's like the path to get there. Like I know one feeling I always talk to people about, because I know everybody goes through it that goes to college. It's like that after college little depression you get.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because like it's not the diploma that made you happy. It's the path that got you there that did. You know, and being able to look back at
like
that path.
finally being done.
Yeah.
Like, that stress and everything that you felt within those like 4 or 5 years that you were in school, it's like it all washed away, but then now it's kind of like, shit, like now what? Like what am I supposed to do?
Because that was your goal for so long. So I think kind of like Musashi was saying, like it's the you know, the yin and the yang of it, because it's not exactly the accomplishment that made you happy, but it's what you went through to get to that accomplishment. Personally for me, like I know my happiness comes from doing things. So, like, for example, like, I'm a teacher, so I had, like, this whole, like, July off. And I'm not going to say, like, I was in some blues, but I had my little, like, summer blues. Like, I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't, like, doing the work I usually do. So it kind of didn't give me that purpose. But I think, like, doing stuff kind of gives you purpose. Like, and it's also kind of a mindset, I feel. Because
like
I don't...
You're giving yourself goals.
Yeah, like, one thing I used to do is, like, I used to be like, oh, man, I have to go do this. But, like, when you change yourself into, like, oh, I get to do this. Like, you know, like I know sometimes, you know, I get, I don't want to say I take it for granted, but I remember at one point when I was DJing, like I wanted to have all kinds of wedding gigs. And then some days I'm like, ah, damn, I have to go do a wedding today. But it's like, nah, like I get to do a wedding today, you know? And I think that paradigm shift in your head kind of like programs you to,
Like changes your perspective.
Yeah. Like, you have to kind of have that kind of thing. Like, I mean, I'm going to LA to DJ for the Dodgers. In my head, I'm like, oh, damn, I got to drive to LA. But on the other part, I'm like, I get to drive to LA, you know, and say to DJ for the Dodgers. Like, anything that could be happy can be turned bad. But I think it's like up to you to like choose. Like, what do you want to be? Like, I don't know. That was my dumbass. I don't know.
I think another thing that makes happiness as hard is like self-manipulation. Like, I know a couple years ago, like I had like a huge friend group, and I was always doing things that like I wasn't proud of. I was doing things that I thought was like fun in the moment, doing things that like I would enjoy then, but like fully regret now. Like there's so much that I look back on and think like, how was I like happy? I look back at like the mental state that I was in then, and it's just, it sucks to think like I was, like I said, like my happiness is from giving like others satisfaction. And now it's like to look back at those things, I'm like, I was satisfying the wrong people. And it just kind of sucks. Like FOMO is a big thing, like seeing people like do a lot. And it, like, if I'm not doing anything in that moment, I'm just like, damn, well, like, what am I doing? Like, it just sucks to, like, have that, like, perspective. But it's just, like, a lot of disappointment ends up messing up someone's happiness. Like, if you're...
Do you have that now?
No, not anymore. I think that's why I'm, like, so much more of a homebody. Because I enjoy, like, not having to push myself to do things I don't want to. Because I know, like, I used to love going to parties. I used to love being the person that's, like, on the stage dancing, getting the center of attention. But it's like, if I go now, more than likely I'm the person that goes and socializes and talks and then leaves early. Because I knew back then, like, I was just doing it for someone else's attention.
Got it.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's safe to say
One
that
way to
you
look
grew
at it.
up and then you could, like, you have that experience and you're reflecting back on it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's part of growing up,
we all have that
Mhm.
moment, like, we're, like,
It finally
partying like
clicks.
crazy. And
The
then...
show's over.
And now,
Yeah.
like when I see you at a party, we're just standing next to each other, just like watching everyone.
Yeah.
Like, hey, that used to be us.
It's weird being the older people now, like seeing like...
I don't
mean,
mind. I do not
I mean,
mind.
I'm still young, but it's like weird seeing like the kids. I'm just like,
Yeah.
damn, that's where I was at.
No, I get it. It's totally different. Like I remember when, like, you know, I was first starting on the scene, like in like the, you know, DJing and like entertainment stuff, and like people, I would go ask people stuff, and then I have people asking me stuff, and it's like, it's different being, because like you don't think of yourself like that, and I think that's a big thing. Like you're saying, like your own mental stuff. Like one thing I dealt with for a long time was like imposter syndrome, like feeling like, oh damn, like am I doing this? Do I really deserve this? Like, do I,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Because you just look at yourself as you.
Yeah.
You know, everybody else looks at you with a different lens, and like I don't know. One thing I kind of learned talking to other people and seeing how they don't see how amazing they are. It's like, damn, where am I, like, cutting myself short?
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need some more soju for this slow talk,
Like
man.
I'll never forget the one time
Pomegranate.
Sabrina had mentioned it to me, that someone just ended up talking like all these great things about me.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I didn't even, and I feel bad because I never really knew who these people were, but they saw me in that kind of light, and it was kind of like, oh, like let me not get big headed, but it's like, oh, okay, like, you know, that's really cool that, you know, like people have like that,
Such high
like,
regard
yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that they do, and then it's just kind of like like obviously like maybe I don't see it in myself because I don't want to be that person who's like full of themselves,
Yeah.
but then when you see it, like other people recognize it for you instead of you trying to think that, oh, I am this person. It's pretty cool.
Nah, definitely.
When you guys get in like a slump, is there like a designated person that like you feel can help you out, or do you try to figure it out on your own?
I do have a designated person, but try not to talk to each other a lot.
Is it like you only talk to them for that reason, or?
No, it's just, I mean, when we talk, but for the most part, we just, I mean, we rarely talk to each other. It's like maybe once, twice a month.
Yeah.
But if I were to go to someone, I actually wouldn't know who to go to. Usually, like, I like to keep my business to myself, and then, like, because I have that fear, like, if I say my business, like, I have people I could trust, and that won't say my business, but, like, I just have, like, that little small fear of moments, like, in my sleep out. It's not like I don't trust them, but, like, you know, stuff happens, like, it comes up.
Yeah, I know, like, personally, I know when I'm in my little blues, like, I know, it's something I have to kind of take care of. Like, even if, like, I mean, luckily I have people around me that, like, you know, by the universe's plan, they kind of come in when I need them. But I also do know that, like, even if they do come in and I'm not in the right headspace, I'll take it wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's always good to talk to someone, you know, but, like,
Yeah.
like, I could always talk to Cruz, but, like, the problems I always have is like something that I know Cruz can like help me out with because like we just have different experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But like Cruz will come up to me with like a bunch of like girl problems for some reason. But
Musashi's my therapist. I'm like,
I don't know why. But yeah.
he
But
knows all my
when I have like
secrets.
heavy stuff, like if I have like something like maybe I could get like Cruz's insight on, I'll go to him because he has like like really good insights.
I think it's different people for different
Yeah,
things.
it's like yeah.
Honestly, Cruz is a good shoulder to cry on. Like I remember months ago. You
I got
remember?
enough clients, y'all. So don't
He's like, these books are closed. No, honestly,
I'm
like
actually fully booked right now.
I think that's when I felt that like I was that much more closer to you. I think I had like faced my breaking point. And like me and Cruz are obviously really close, but at that point we weren't like tight. We weren't like I wouldn't tell him everything in my life. And one day like I just faced a breaking point, looked at my phone and I was like, fuck. And I called him and literally just like spewed my whole life story. Like it was like a matter of like months, everything going on. And Cruz is like, I'm on my way. He was like, I'm literally on my way. And we hung out and I just like told him everything that I'm just like, look, this is going on. And like, I'm having so much on my plate trying to act like, and I think it's the imposter syndrome. There we go. Yeah. Where I was telling myself like, you're fine. You can handle this. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. And then once everything just started happening, like one after another, I was just like, screwing over myself. And Cruz was literally like, here's a solution to this, this, and this, and this, but you got to figure it out. You got to talk to people. You got to do this. Like, he found a solution for every problem, but also, like, helped me internalize, like, look, like, this is the source of the problem. You need to, like, figure it out from there.
Here's the solution.
Oh, God.
I
don't even want to look.
Oh, yellow.
I still got half a cup full, man.
Dude, he filled mine.
Oh, Lord.
He literally, I just...
You're not driving.
Let's start early.
Anyway.
I'm still going to Yard House after this.
But, yeah, I don't know. Thank you, Sabrina. I take that very humbly.
Love you, big.
Yeah, come to me. But what's the word for it? But, like, I do think, you know, I mean, obviously I'm religious, but God, universe, whatever you want to believe in, will guide you where you need to go, like, if you're at a breaking point.
Yeah.
Whether that's music or people or something like an outlet, I think that's kind of cool.
Retail therapy.
Yeah,
It's real.
I mean, shoot.
I feel like I have like a really bad way of going about it because like for me,
Like drugs and alcohol are just my.
they're there. No, I feel like whenever I go through things, like I like to go through things by myself, but then also too, it gets to the point where like I get really upset because then I feel like, oh my God, like I have nobody, like, and nobody cares about me, like, and giving myself like my own little pity party. But at the same time too, it's like I can't really blame anyone else for what I'm going through because I'm putting myself in that situation. I'm not going out of my way to talk to people or anything of that sort. So it's kind of like, I don't know, like I feel like I do have some people that I could go to, but it's never really people that I have like full on confidence to say like, I'm going to tell you the whole entire story. Like I will mention it like after I figured it all out
Well,
already.
the thing is too, like kind of like what Musashi said, like I didn't take it offensively when he says I won't understand him because I won't, and I think that's very true. Like I have people that I'm super close to that you know I do talk about some of my issues or just everyday stuff with, but when it comes down to deep stuff, I feel like like only you know how to solve it. So why am I going to waste somebody else's time?
If you ask me that question, I'll tell you straight up if I know it or if I don't or if I experienced it or not.
But I think the other thing too is sometimes you're not ready for other people's inputs because you,
No.
cause
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
already know.
There's
Like, you already know
some
it's gonna be.
people like
It's
have
either you get
so
someone
much
else's
baggage.
input, but that's like the best option because like the hardest part of like life is taking a step into therapy, and a lot of people are not taking that first step into therapy because they're scared to take that step.
Well, I think that therapy is different, but like
Yeah,
your
but,
other
like-
friend is equally as good.
I know,
You're
I know,
like,
but like going to your friends are easier than going to therapy.
Therapy's
Yeah.
therapy is so beneficial.
I can
though,
It is, but like
honestly.
I would say
everyone's
one
scared to
thing-
take that step.
See, but one thing though, talking to your friends that like aren't, what's the word for it? Like
Bias.
equipped.
I know, but like, what I'm
Well,
trying
that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is a lot of your friends may be biased.
what I'm trying to say is like going to your friends is way easier. Just talking to someone is just easier. Like you
Yeah,
just want to
sure.
talk to someone. That's
Yeah.
all you
Because
want to do.
sometimes you do need to unpack
Yeah.
your stuff and like lay out all your pieces on the table and then put that puzzle back together.
Just like you
Yeah.
just gotta speak to someone.
You kind
That's
of want to
it.
have someone like to kind of like ground you and be like, okay, you know what, like you're up here, but let's bring it down here because the way you're thinking about
That's
it
true.
is
Yeah.
not as big as you really think it is.
That's very true.
It's
Yeah.
also hard being someone else's burden too. Like you can
Yeah.
have a million friends and you can designate like one person is like the friend for a certain subject, but when it comes to like your downfall, it's like it's hard to designate like who's going to be the person to pick you up from there and who's going to be the person to like keep you there and like manipulate it. Not in a sense where they're like wishing the worst on you. It's just they're not seeking the outcome that you're going to be wanting either.
Yeah.
but it's still like something you could consider it.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
it's,
I
it's
don't
better
think
to have
ever, like, bottle it
it's
up,
better to have
you
like
know?
another
Yeah.
person. It's better to have another person's opinion and talk than just
Yeah.
having your own and just drowning and committing to it. Because
That's
then
true.
you have other options. You know,
And like
from your
big
friends.
PSA, check in on your strongest friend.
Oh, yep.
Yep.
10 out of 10.
Do
It's
10 out of
real.
10,
I'll
yep.
put Cruz's phone number on the description.
Yeah, so I'll call 554.
Cruz like, goddamn, got a whole client list. Cruz is gonna go from being a teacher to a counselor.
Yeah, no, man.
Dude, but it's crazy though when you guys were saying about like, you know, go to therapy. Like everyone has like different experiences with therapy. Like
Oh, yeah.
at least I feel like for me, I could say like when I first went to therapy, like I couldn't even talk to my therapist. I had to be facing the wall, like, and I couldn't even look my therapist in the face to even talk about what I wanted to talk about.
That's what confessional got
Well,
you ready for.
do you want to explain to them how you took that first step into therapy? Because a lot of people are literally like, even my mom and my mom is like scared to go to therapy because like she doesn't know how the first step is always going to be like. Like, do you want to explain to like the people watching like how to take that first step? Or,
I'm like, do I get real personal?
it's up to you. I'm just asking like, what's the
How
best
much
way
do
to
you
take
wanna
that
share?
first
I
step?
mean, yeah, like I mean, I'll be like an open book. 'Cause I mean, we're on this like we're having a platform now. You know, like this is like a really great way to be able to like bring attention to mental health. Like the first time I went to therapy, it was me. It came from me being really suicidal at one point, and that would have been my third attempt. So it was really one of those things where it was like, you know what, like I have a mom, I have a sister. Like I don't ever want them to see, you know, like see me in that type of way where it's like, okay, like that's it. Like I no longer have this person here, you know? And so it was really tough, you know, trying to like accept that for yourself and be like, you know what, like I do have a problem and I do need to go figure it out. Like, you know, it is scary to say, you know, I need to go to therapy or I need the help. I need to get medicated. Like it's not something you should be ashamed of. It should be something that you should be open with yourself and saying, hey, like if I need help, I hope I have someone along the way who could help me and help guide me into those things. I actually went to my first therapy session on campus.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
on
I heard a lot of
campus.
campuses, like in college campus, they have a lot of therapy, but like, it just, like I said, people are scared to take that step.
Yeah,
It's pretty
like
taboo. It's very taboo.
Yeah.
yeah, it's like I had to talk about it with my doctor, and she was like, you know what, like therapy would be a really great thing for you. Like, let me make you a recommendation. I did it, but everyone is different. They don't handle things the same way as others. I went to 2 therapy sessions, and I said, you know what, I don't need therapy. Like, I can figure it out on my own, but that's just me on a personal level. Like, so if there's anyone out there that thinks like, hey, you know what, like maybe I'm spiraling, maybe this isn't the way I wanted to go about things, like definitely look into therapy. Therapy changes a lot of things for you and puts a lot of things into perspective, and it makes you see things in a different light. You know, like there's going to be like, you may think you have a lot of negatives, but along the way you end up learning that like those negatives can turn into a positive, and there is hope. Like, you know, you can definitely change things around. You know, it may not be like a quick 180, you know, like, oh my God, I feel like an entirely different person, but you end up building up on it where it's like, okay, you know what, like I do feel okay now, you know, like I don't feel as terrible as I did before, or how I did 6 months ago, 2 weeks ago, you know, like there's always something for everyone.
It also
on
comes down
purpose.
to like I said, it's like a first step, but then once you take that first step, it's like you're talking to a complete stranger, an adult.
I think that's what makes it easier, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
at some point it does make it easier, but it's like, I feel like when you talk to someone like a whole nother person that you don't know, you gotta like start from
Well, like
beginning
it's
to
hard,
yeah.
you know, like I mean, like when you go to
Yeah.
therapy, you can't just, you're not gonna put your whole life out there, you know, like obviously
I feel like I
too-
gotta build my storyline with that person. I feel like I gotta write a book.
Well, I think
That's how it is, huh?
I
Yeah.
think it's. I think therapy is good because, like, in a sense, it gives you an unbiased person outside looking in.
Mm-hmm.
And I know a big fear people have, like, about talking about their issues is kind of like, I don't want to tell people because then they're gonna have this whole idea of me now.
or not
Yeah.
even like have like a whole idea. It's just more so like sometimes people are afraid to hear that like what they're doing is wrong.
Yeah.
You
that
know,
too,
like
that too.
they like rejection and how do I say it? Well, I guess yeah, like just being told that, you know, like, hey, what you're doing is wrong, you shouldn't be doing that. Like a lot of people are scared to hear that because they've never been told that by
Yeah.
somebody, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And it's a big thing that like it also comes with growth. Like once you start accepting things for what they are and how you're going about it, and you see the way you're moving with life, you kind of see like, okay, you know, maybe this wasn't the way I should have went about it, and I should do this or X, Y, and Z. And, you know, you just end up like seeing things in a different light.
Yeah.
Yeah, very true.
With that being said, we have time for. We could either end the podcast or we could have time for one more. We could end the podcast with this, or we could just have time for one more.
Let's end it on a positive note.
Yeah, let's
Wait,
get
is it a positive note?
We're a little too deep with my
Yeah. Okay.
with my experience.
Nah, but it was all good stuff though.
Yeah, it was.
Maybe I'll end it up with this. What would you guys want for your last meal on Earth?
God
Jesus.
damn.
Really? I thought it was gonna be like
Yeah.
something
I
sentimental.
was expecting-
What would you
Yeah.
want for your last meal?
Well,
Hey man,
Oh
we end
my
up with
God.
food.
Alright, so you know
Alright,
those rolls from Texas? No, I'm kidding.
With the cinnamon butter.
So let's say you're on a death row,
I'm on death row. What did I
and
do?
then it's your last day on Earth, and you know how like death row on your last day, you get to choose whatever you want to like. You get to have your own meal.
What's my crime? What did I do?
I mean, you're on death row, so you.
Mass murder.
Some serial killers.
Goddamn.
Mine would be a baked potato with cheese, bacon, chives, a bacon wrapped filet mignon,
You would've
mashed potatoes with gravy, and the drink would be I would have a fruit punch, high C, and a Sprite, and then on the side I would have a carrot cake and a tiramisu.
Hey, Sabrina's mom, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. She should be picking your meal. She should be picking your
so
cooking
ready.
as your
Oh
last
my
meal
God,
on Earth.
tequila.
Your
I'm
meal
hungry.
should be the last meal on Earth.
Uh,
She picked baked potatoes over your kitchen.
no, Mom, I'd love your radio again. But I mean,
She's lying. She doesn't want
she
that.
can't
life.
be there with me on death row. It has to
She'll
be like
make it
a
in-
You know
menu.
damn well your mom would cook some. Yeah.
She would
She'll,
be right there like,
she'll
"Here you go,
crawl out
Mom."
of her grave.
My mom's got the best cooking in the world. Gotta say that.
I'm very excited to try that one day.
All right, Musashi, what's yours?
I would have to say, I honestly would probably have my mom cook for me. Like, I mean, the day I came on Earth, like, she's the one that fed me the first meal and, like, the food. From what I can remember, like, any sort of, like, cooking from her, I'll accept it. And then I'll probably end up with, like, I don't know, if I had, are we allowed to have drugs at the end, or?
Hold on.
You're on death
on
row.
death row, I
Like
don't think
so.
you're not even gonna feel it.
No, I remember somebody told me they want to have edibles as their last meal.
Oh my God.
But
go
no,
out with the
I'll
line.
have my mom's cooking, and then I like to be very culture, so I'll probably have like a horchata and like michi.
I think like your culture.
My culture, I'll have plenty of that from my mom's cooking.
There you go.
There you go.
But dessert wise, I don't know. Dessert, I'm gonna have a 5-star like full on course meal.
Oh, yep.
I'm gonna have the A5 Wagyu beef.
Ooh, a whole steak.
I like to cook it myself. You know. I
He's
think
like, "This better be
honestly my
Korean
last.
barbecue."
I think for my last meal, I'll probably want to have it with my mom. Like, we eat it together, cook it together, and stuff like that. I'll probably have it like that. My mom's a big person in my life.
Very true.
If she's alive by the time I'm in death row.
Let's hope you don't make death
Yeah.
row.
Let's hope you don't get there.
I mean, this is hypothetically.
All right.
Now, what's yours now?
I feel like
Said
my
baked
last
potatoes.
meal, it would definitely
Baked sweet
have
potatoes.
to be like a
I
big
love
ass
sweet
tray of
potato. What?
lasagna made by like someone's 91-year-old
You're such a
like
lasagna
Italian
person.
grandmother, like authentic as shit. Like that's what I want, you know.
Nona Pia.
That with like that like little oh my gosh. Well, it would probably be like a small side of like mac and cheese with like the little like breadcrumbs and like
Ooh.
there's like the bacon pieces. I think.
What about from Wahoo's?
Fuck that.
Man, this is my last meal on Earth. I
Can
ain't
you
going to
please?
Waffle.
Can you please like blurp that out or bleep it out?
From
Don't
Cruz.
don't let people know where I work.
I like
Promo.
Guillermo likes me. Don't worry.
Anyways, I
lasagna.
guess if you go to Wahoo's, best thing to get would definitely be an outer reef burrito, carne asada, pinto beans, white rice. Instead of the green sauce, put New Mexico ranch or chili lime sauce.
Make it
and
wet.
then wet it with green sauce.
Jesus. Gonna copy and
There you
paste that
go.
later.
But other than that, I mean, I've been there for 6 years, so I really hate the
Hey,
food there.
their asada fries are good. I'm not gonna lie.
Their
asada-
nachos are
Their
bomb.
asada fries hit.
All right, well, you guys got me hungry now talking about all this food.
I guess we
but
could go to
Well,
Wahoo's
who's
after
after
this.
I will
I
say,
do not want to be back again after being there all day.
You gotta get that
Cruz,
employee
what's
discount.
yours?
death row meal. That's a hard one. for some reason I'm craving teppanyaki right now.
Oh.
So I would say some bacon fried rice, right?
Ooh.
Okay, hear me out, some bacon fried rice.
Mhm.
I want a filet mignon, but like not one of them little ones. Like it's my last meal. Give me,
I would have sworn your last meal would have been like a Hello Fresh. Cook it by yourself.
oh, by hello, hey, those are hella bomb. Hello Fresh, the sponsor.
Said, hell, those are bomb.
Those are bomb. Not gonna lie.
Sure.
Okay, so where was I at? Filet mignon,
Mhm.
bacon fried rice, twice baked potato.
Wow.
What's up with
Spicy.
baked potatoes here?
Baked potatoes are just
You have to
fire,
have a
dude.
starch, I feel like.
Extra
Mhm.
crispy.
Some rice pilaf because it got to be a complete meal. All
Ooh.
right. But before that, I want a Caesar salad, my favorite salad.
Mhm.
Caesar Belmont.
Yeah, Caesar Belmont. Thank you. Okay, so that's the main course. Dessert, cheesecake.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Okay, wait. So I did have a question, and I think it's like a good way to tie this up. Like this was an entertaining question, but I think it like keeps this episode a little more sentimental. Who is someone that means a lot to you and why?
My mom. Yeah, my mom means a lot to me. That's my.
Yeah, what do you mean by that? You want to
that's
have
my-
like
that's my
parental
woman.
or like a significant other or like a human being?
Can be anyone, like anyone in your life that like has made like an influence, like influential to you.
There's a handful, I could say.
As we give a shout, I want to give a shout to my boy Ron. No.
TNO?
no.
J420.
Just start naming people. I don't know.
Because parents are always given for that. Like they're going to be like that person. That's
Yeah.
going to be a big
I
impact.
want
Like,
to say parents are number one. Obviously, it's kind of hard to compare anybody to that, like especially like when you have like really good parents. But I would say somebody for me is my godfather. Shout out to Uncle Fernie out there. So he's that like been in the penitentiary twice, in and out of jail, former drug addict, probably still drug addict. But like he's
That's
one
rough.
of those. He's one of those people that he's in like a rehab center right now. But he also he's one of those people that showed me like you don't have to be perfect to be a good person. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be look nice, you don't have to be clean to have good intentions. And even though he did all kinds of stupid stuff, he still was always supportive. Always, had that message of like, don't be like me, you're better than this. And he always had that like, when you win, I win type thing. So that was always very like super,
I can
inspirational.
see that.
Naomi,
I feel like, well, if we have to exclude my mom.
I say you can include because mine's my mom.
Well,
What-
and, like,
what's outside
I
of
feel
your
like
mom,
that's
then?
like outside of my mom, but like within my friend group and like people that I've met along the way, definitely has to be Fonzie. That's my favorite person. That's like my best friend, my big bro.
How is it texting him?
It's like, you know what? What did you score for vocabulary?
One.
But yeah, definitely Fonzie has to be like one of my big people that I like definitely appreciate just because of the amount of things that like he's like counseled me in and like, kind of just like getting me on like the good path in life and good direction. Because there was times where like I did spiral and he told me the things I needed to hear and I didn't want to hear, but he definitely helped shape me like my growing years of like becoming an adult. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do we have to skip the parent? Like, does that have to be someone outside of our parents?
Like I said, parents are pretty given. What's your outside of a parent though?
I think someone that's really influential in my life is my godmother, my tia Lipa. She was from my dad's side of the family, and like that's kind of like a touchy subject because like I cut my dad out of my life like years ago, like beginning of college, ending of high school, and with that, like you think that like you cut someone out of your life, that like you cut that side of the family, and that woman was literally like was and is everything in my life. Like she's like a second mom to me because every accomplishment I've ever made in my life, she's been there. Like I remember I don't get emotional.
You're good. Take your time.
You got this?
My college graduation, I thought it was like it's obviously like a big accomplishment, and I didn't want any involvement of like him in my life to feel like I achieved that because of him. And I think the invitations, the first people that were there, like she was in my mind, like one of the first people there. And I remember seeing her from my high school graduation, my competitions, messaging me at every birthday, every kids' day, like every celebration, I've never missed a call, never missed a text, and she's the only family member that has never missed to tell us like that we're still family. And I remember seeing her at my graduation party and knowing that like I felt complete knowing that like I wasn't left by her. And I think that woman's just like made me feel so like whole to think that like I wasn't left behind, because she just like loves us so dearly. Like me and my sisters, like she's known every little detail of her life and she'll never pass that.
I can't imagine Cruz with that hair.
Yeah, no, thank you. I'm not a blonde.
It looks like one of those. I forgot, like those
Cruz
white rock stars.
It's the
Yeah, I said it looked like-
it's the
Like the-
TikTok audio. Did you just call me mullet daddy?
Yeah, that.
Seafood boils, and he's
Oh,
like,
yeah. Say, let's get it, dude.
Yeah.
Nah, so I look like Chris Griffin from Family Guy.
Oh my god.
Musashi ended up with us. Well, what's the person, besides your parents, you'd say has been, influential?
I want to say influential, but like it's for me to like keep going, you know. Like, since I'm not from here, like my dad's out of the story, and my mom's like the one that's holding me up still, like going to college, doing my masters. But the person that could like that keeps me going, like the question for my like restrictions of being here, since I'm not from here, is like Tommy and his whole entire family. Like I don't know how it happened, but like naturally we just started hanging out, and the next thing you know, I'm like every week, every month, I'm at his mom's place doing like a birthday party. All of a sudden, I just got included into it. Like it just happened so naturally, but like they don't care for like if I'm from here or not. Like they accept me as like I'm like one of theirs, and I'm still doing my school. They ask me how I'm doing in school, and then it just keeps me going. Like when like I tell myself, like once I get these degrees, it's like it's not just for myself. It's like everyone has been there for me from like the struggles I've gone through, like how expensive it is, and how I'm still doing it, because I'm here for school and education, but at the same time, like that's the only reason I'm able to stay here as long as I am right now, because in reality a year ago I should have been gone by now, but instead like being with them, I was like, you know, I kind of want to stay here longer, so I applied for masters, and then hopefully with this masters, once I get it, it leads me to getting like a work visa, green card. Hopefully I can stay, you know, for like the rest of my life. So like they're kind of like the people I really what is it called?
lean on.
Not lean on, but like
Kind of like a support system.
yeah, like a support system, but like I really respect it, like how they are and how they treat me and stuff.
Definitely.
Yeah, like I said, I would drink to that, but I'm kind of done with my drink.
Here, you gave me a whole bottle.
All
All right.
right, thank you.
Yikes.
Cheers.
Drink to that.
Cheers.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, that will conclude our podcast for the 5% podcast. You can catch us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. I'll put the link on the description below. And this is your host, Musashi. We got Dora the Explorer. We got Rocky Huntington. And then we got Cookie Cruz.
All right, y'all. Till next week. Bye.
Laters.
Bye.
Thank God
Can
for
you
the
do a thumbnail?
glasses.
Dora
Oh,
the
God.
Explorer.
All right, here we
Dora
go.
the
Take this home.
Explorer.
We could keep these here, though.
Hell no.
Oh,
take those
Mickey,
home. I
you're
don't
so
wanna make-
fine. You're so fine.
You leave me, I'm throwing them away because
They're right there in the trash already.
I got too much shit in there.
So bright in here.
Emotional
Yeah,
damage.
that thing got my ear.